We are here once
New
again.
place, new time.
All of us are here for once.
For once.
For once. We'll see if it happens again.
Yeah, we switched up the schedule, so we'll see.
Mook will get this new job he applied for, and then we'll have to flip the schedule again. Mook, I do seriously hope you get the new job though.
Thank you.
Alright. Well, do we want to talk about the Thursday night?
I mean, I had a few takeaways. It didn't anything crazy. I think Pittsburgh wins games ugly, per usual. I do think that the Titans have found their QB, at least for the rest of this season. I don't see any reason why you'd go back to Tannehill. Levis has looked great in
pretty darn good,
yeah. I mean, on a fantasy perspective, you wish he would have gotten a TD, but he's looked good those last 2 weeks. I mean, coming out against a premier defense in Pittsburgh and being in the game with the shot to win at the end. That's all you can really ask for, especially on a short week.
I like how he's staying in the pocket as a rookie quarterback, staying in the pocket with some of those players coming at you and knowing you're going to take that shot, but still staying in and making some of the throws that he's made. It's showing that he's definitely maturing.
Well,
which is a great sign for Tennessee if they want to stick it out.
Obviously, we hope Trey Burks is okay. That shot at the end was scary, where he was down for a while. But the only other guy he really has on that team is D-Hop. It's D-Hop, Burks, and a bunch of no names.
They also have Pierce. Huh? Alec Pierce is pretty good.
He's a.
You mean Phillips?
Yeah, Phillips. That's what I mean.
Phillips.
The other guy.
I'm just saying.
No, that is very similar skill sets, honestly.
I'm just saying that Pittsburgh knew to double. Pittsburgh knew to double.
The white Cooper Cup.
Yeah, the white Cooper Cup.
Pitt knew to double team D-Hop, and they still got downfield. They threw it to the tight end, Nakwo. I can't pronounce his name.
Oh yeah, he's
good. I like him.
But I mean,
yeah.
I think Tennessee has their guy for the foreseeable future. You roll the dice and see how it goes.
Yep.
I see no reason unless he gets hurt. I see no reason you'd go back to Tannehill. Aside from that, my general takeaway is these teams are well coached and they're kind of what we thought we were, what we thought they were. Like I said, I just come to the conclusion, and Moot got to post his first Mike Tomlin gif, but I've come to the conclusion that all Pittsburgh games are going to be ugly, and that's just how they're going to win. I don't think I have
3 on them, by the way.
Yeah, I put 8.
I
don't think I've had a game all year where I've looked at a Pittsburgh win and go, man, that was a pretty win. Every time they win, I go, man, that was a dogfight, but Pittsburgh came out on top.
Thank you, defense.
But that's my general takeaway for the Thursday night game.
I will say I do love seeing TJ get a sack like his brother, where his helmet gets ripped off and he just goes freaking absolutely beast mode.
That was to also tie his brother in sacks or whatever, which was kind of funny.
That was just that was just cool. Like his helmet just ripped off and he's like, bet. And Will pretty much ran right into him. So, but it was still it was hilarious. Because they showed JJ's.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see what George Pickens said/did?
What?
No.
I seen he had negative yards.
Well, following it, he posted on Instagram, "Free me."
Yeah.
And then he unfollowed unfollowed Pickett, unfollowed Tomlin, and removed everything Pittsburgh from his Instagram.
Damn, that's kind of an overreaction. I just
looked at it. Calling him AB 2.0.
I just looked at it that like it was a bad game and he would bounce back next week because
I mean, 90% of it though is his fault for not dragging that fucking.
Yeah, no, he had a touchdown. He just didn't drag his foot.
Well, and he wasn't happy about Johnson's touchdown either.
Well, maybe he should get in the end zone the first time.
Well,
maybe you should.
I think it's also the target distribution that he's not happy with.
What, the Johnsons come back and they're just feeding him the ball?
Yes.
He just wants to get force fed. Like, no
He
matter
wants
if
to
you're
be
the
the
looking
number
recovered
one.
or
He doesn't want to
quarterback
win
is
games.
garbage, give me the ball. Like, you've seen what I can do, the catches I make. Give me a shot.
You shouldn't be mad that he's the 2, isn't he?
Yeah, that's how he is supposed to be.
It's like, I don't know, you shouldn't be mad that your team's scoring, that you're winning games. I mean, at the end of the year, if you don't want to, the time to do that if you don't want to be there is at the end of the year, not in the middle of the season.
I don't think he meant free me as in like release me. It's like free me as in like stop holding in my reins, kind of.
Yeah,
or stop holding my reins.
Let me loose. Let me go.
What are we next? Are we gonna hear? I'm open. I'm always fucking open.
I think it's literally one of those.
Except for the situation is very different when that's the actual number one wide receiver.
Hey, that's a legendary quote. I love that quote.
And ever since he said that, he's been fantasy relevant again.
Yeah.
Well, he is open a lot, but
I don't know.
we'll get to.
We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe he has a big game next week. I mean, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. Probably just after game emotions, because he had a rough game.
No, he did have a really rough game. It was pretty boxed, most of it.
I just assumed, Pickens be making them crazy catches, and he'll probably be back next week.
Yeah, I mean, he is definitely a great receiver, and I would toss it up to him.
Well, it seems like Pittsburgh only drafts one, so like if they take a receiver in the draft, it just about always hits.
Which is fucking annoying.
Very.
Now, if they could just get the quarterback right.
And then there's Asians like, hey, it's not that bad.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I don't hate Kenny Pickett. I just don't think he's the guy.
Hey, you know what, guys? I guess I had a Diablo F moment, but I'm off today.
Oh my god!
I just looked at the schedule. They changed it. They started putting me on Fridays, and wild. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Amazing.
Moose like, oh yeah, yo, work. Oh hell yeah.
Hey, he just put his
like,
tooth in.
He's like, y'all boys want to do some Overwatch after this?
Get the shit out of me. It said not scheduled, so I was like, oh fuck. Was I supposed to work yesterday? Did I no call, no show? And then I looked at yesterday, scheduled either. So this is that week I said that I'd be, not here because we were having trouble with Friday and Saturday. I guess that was today.
Him putting his gold tooth in. He's got his lock. He's got his chain hanging down. I ain't gotta go to work tonight. We ballin'.
Man, switching the nights has thrown me so off.
Well, before we move on, Mookie, how did it feel to ride Mike Tomlin?
I went into this game and I was like, Pittsburgh is ass, but Tennessee's more ass. So
we really need to word that differently.
No, I think that it needs to be worded that way exactly.
I have found new appreciation for the Steelers because I have found a new worse offense. And the newest.
Are you saying the Titans are the worst offense?
No. They played Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is really good. That's the only reason they've been winning games.
I was gonna say they were coming off of a 4 TD game. Trust me, not every team's gonna be able to lock down DeAndre like that.
Worst offense.
They were doubling him too, which was fucking funny. I was like, as his fantasy owner, I was like, you motherfucker.
wait. I got two teams that it could be, Mook. Is it the Bears?
You already said who it was.
I already told you.
Giants.
No.
It's the Jets.
Fucking Jets. So fucking trash.
Coming off, Mook, I hate to tell you, I feel like this take is also not gonna age well.
Hey, I put up 14 on them, and they made me sweat that shit out.
Well, statistically, the Patriots are the worst offense.
Dude,
right now.
I still commend y'all for having the fortitude to put 14 on the fucking Jets. That was a decision. It paid off, but that was a decision. I can't say much actually because my 14 is somewhere I don't like it this week, but we're riding it.
I actually found a good 14 to put it on.
The
don't-
Cleveland Browns.
I don't like any of this.
Get into it.
No, but they are double digits.
I put 6 on this. By the way.
Yeah, 6 on this game.
Ah,
Don't
I don't know.
worry. After the 10 a.m. slate tomorrow, I'll after I guess it'd be the noon slate for me. I won't have my like 2-point lead anymore.
Well, I'm ready to go into the next games. I'll probably go last because I'll be right back. We're gonna go let Pops know that I don't work today.
Alright.
So,
Well,
It's a fun one.
we got a fun game to start the week off.
Very fun.
In Germany. Isn't it in Germany? Isn't this game being played in Germany or no?
Yep.
Yes, yep, it's in Germany.
They're getting a treat
That's why
over there.
That's why it's 4 hours earlier.
We got the Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming off a loss to the Broncos.
They're a bit angry.
Probably. This
Bit butthurt.
this is my 1-pointer. I put 1 on the Chiefs. I just decided to go with Mahomes and stuff. I really would love to see the Dolphins upset here. I feel like it would be upset if the Dolphins win because the Dolphins are still the less proven commodity here. And it'd be really fun to see the Dolphins win, but I'm going to take Pat Mahomes and Kelsey to bounce back this week after getting beat in an embarrassing game against the Broncos.
That was just, but I mean, those divisional games over there are always rough, I will say.
Well, when you have your 2 wide receivers fumble the football, it doesn't help.
And Mahomes throw a turnover. They handed that game to Denver on a gold platter.
Denver was trying to give it back for the longest time, though.
They
were like, no, wait, we're trying to get Caleb Williams.
I mean, to be fair, Denver always plays them close. You can't expect to get 5 turnovers and win.
Yeah, I think the turnovers, it's of course a different game, but when you're giving up 4 or 5 times a game, like it's really hard to, I mean,
that game,
Mahomes was also sick.
Mahomes,
yeah, he was also sick. He also fucked up his hand a little bit at the end.
Also,
yeah,
Sky Moore dropped a wide open TD in the end zone.
But we're used to this by now.
Oh yeah, I don't like Sky.
Unfortunately, I hate it because if Mahomes had just decent receivers, I mean, who could catch, like, a lot of those games aren't even close.
That game is very telling.
Detroit. Like,
it's Kelsey and some guys. MVS occasionally has a game.
Yeah, he had a game last week where he fumbled.
Only one of those receivers has a decent game, and then there's Kelsey. Like, those receivers rotate. All right, you're going to catch balls, you're going to fumble, and you're going to drop everything.
I still like Rashee Rice. I think he's going to be the guy for them.
I like Rashee Rice also. I just don't think he is going to be the guy rather than a guy.
He'd be a good.
I mean, they might still need a guy to go like alongside him to be the one, but that's the one receiver on that staff that I like.
It's like this season has been very telling about how KC desperately needs to find a wide receiver after this year because the receivers they have aren't doing it.
With the trade deadline.
Bro, I was saying
they brought in Hartman.
I was saying. Bro, if I was Casey, and I'm looking at the trade deadline, and I see how my receivers are performing, I'm selling the house for like a D-Hop or something. I don't care. Because you need to get someone that's going to invigorate a life into the receiving core.
I don't think they would have traded the house for a guy on a 1-year deal. I think D-Hop's on a 1-year deal. It might be 2.
I think it's a 2-year deal still.
I mean...
Yeah, but what receivers are going to be like, let me go to free agency. I don't want Mahomes throwing to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There's not a receiver that would say that.
I don't think it would be in the receiver's hands. It would be in the team's hands, and I don't think that KC would trade a ton
besides
for a 1-year
Tyreek
rental.
and Kelsey, name another receiver that has done anything good for Mahomes. There hasn't. It's been Kelsey and Hill. And when Hill left, they prayed like God Juju was going to be something, and he wasn't. And so now they have.
Juju had an okay season there. That's why New England paid him, and now he hadn't done shit in New England.
I mean, he is non-existent in New England.
Well, no one's existing in New England, sadly.
New England, yeah. Well, the one guy that was doing something in New England went to IR. So.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a reason New England's like worse than the NFL in all offensive stats.
Didn't D Hop wasn't he into like a potential trade that would? I think they were gonna give up Who's the one that held out on money? I was gonna say Chandler Jones, but that didn't really sound right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
I don't know who it is, but that isn't right.
He didn't play the first week, and they missed him.
Chris Jones?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I think that they were going to trade him for D-Hop and like 2 firsts or something crazy like that. At least that's what it was like rumored to be.
I think it would have been wild had Tennessee signed him just to trade him away.
You're getting good value out of it. Not a bad move though.
I mean, the thing is though, you would have had to sign him to the contract, so it wouldn't have been terrible. I think that's the main thing. Is it's like Casey would have had to find a team, give them draft capital, which Casey hates parting with their draft capital, and then like lock up whoever they brought in. I'm not saying that there wasn't a player out there that didn't exist, but I'm not surprised they didn't go.
I'm definitely shopping draft picks for receivers just to see, because if they could get a decent receiver, they really don't need any draft
and
picks.
Who knows? They might have. Well, that's the thing. KC likes to go out and get young guys. We've seen this with what they traded for Tyreek and the other trades they've made in the past. Which, I mean, staying young isn't a bad thing, but we all think they need a receiver.
But yeah, I put one on KC.
They don't need a receiver. I got 9 on Kansas City.
I put 2 on KC, but I think Miami, if they play good offense, it's going to be really hard for KC to keep up with those receivers and stuff. So,
Tyreek Hill revenge game? Question mark.
I would see. That's why I'm like, maybe I tap, the Dolphins, because like Tyreek can go off whenever he wants.
What do you mean? He goes off every week.
I mean, he could, if he really wants to put up 300 to someone, I believe he could. If he literally say, "Hey Tua, I want you to take 3 steps, and I just want you to launch it as far as you can," and he's gonna run, and there's nobody who can keep up with him.
I got 9 on KC, and my thought process is I just trust KC way more in Miami. I just think that this is the best defense that we've had on KC in the Mahomes era. I think that they're gonna bounce back from a very shaky offense performance last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't buy Miami. Like, who have they actually beaten that's any good? I know they can drop points, but I don't think that KC defense is going to let them drop more than 20.
That pass rush is not going to allow Tua to sit back all day.
Yeah, I think at this point you could probably say Tyreek's getting one, and then I don't know what else from there. Like I said, I feel like Miami kind of reminds me of like. It's funny because they kind of remind me of like Buffalo when they're facing a team that is obviously lesser than them, they knock them out and make quick work of them. When they're playing another team that's on that level, it's just very shaky and you don't know what you're getting. So, and this is normally I'd probably have a little less on this game, but this is just a real shaky slate, and I trust Kansas City. It's one of the teams I trust. So, I got 9 on KC.
I got 1 on Kansas City. The only reason Kansas City lost last week is because Mahomes had the flu.
And his receiver's going to hold the ball, but I think we're good with this game.
You pretty much said what I was gonna say with who have Miami really beaten. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still scared of the game, so I only put 1 on it. But that's it for me.
I got 1 on Miami. I'll take the Miami Tyreek Waddle train.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch
Yeah,
over.
don't
I'm
do
switching over Miami
Don't.
since everybody took KC.
Oh, y'all let me
I'm
ride.
staying KC.
I was gonna say let me ride KC by myself.
I'm letting you ride them with a 1 point on point on
I was gonna
Miami.
say,
Like, I'll
That's
take
exactly
it.
why I was gonna switch because I was like, "What's 2 points?" So, but I'm staying now. We're pretty even.
Like I said, I trust KC. There's a lot of teams I don't trust, like these teams in the next game.
I don't trust KC. Let's be clear.
My dad,
I trust Patrick. That's who I
my
trust.
dad, who's a Buffalo fan, said Kansas City's gonna mop the floor with them.
And honestly, as much as I like McDaniels and I think he's amazing at what he does, that hamburger eating Reed, man, let me tell you. Belichick, we talk about high praise, but this man has been in Belichick's shadows, and he's doing the same thing that Belichick did.
Yeah, Andy Reid doesn't
So,
get
I
talked
mean,
enough about, honestly.
Andy is a goat. Like, he's just amazing all around. So, and that's why it's really hard to go against that guy.
I mean, yeah, it's like I said, I got a lot riding on KC, and I'm willing to eat that dagger if Miami comes out and beats. Miami to me looks like a team that's like a year off. Now that being said, I do want to see Tyreek hit that 2K. I love Calvin Aaron, but I want to see him hit that 2K. I just like seeing history. What can I
Listen,
say?
it's just a matter of time. That, like I said, he's unguardable.
He definitely deserves it too.
The fact
Oh,
that
yeah, no,
Tua
he's
has to
been
throw a
killing it.
ball 15 to 20 yards in front of Tyreek on a 10-yard throw explains everything right there. That's just stupid. I don't know if you guys caught that last week or not, but they literally put a box to where Tua threw the ball, and Tyreek was literally on the other hash on a 10-yard end. And it's just like Calvin was a beast. Tyreek is something we've quite literally never seen.
Yep, it's gonna
But
be a
yeah,
sad day when he retires.
this next game though.
Oh yeah, this
Exactly,
next game. We got the Minnesota Vikings calling out their rookie quarterback to face the Atlanta Falcons, who are the home dog, with their new quarterback, Taylor Heineke.
That's where my 14 was.
I got 9 on the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons have we know what the Falcons are. They want to run. But I think them adding Heineke into the starting lineup is very much going to open up this passing game to be a lot more volatile. I've seen enough Heineke to know he can throw that bitch. And I think they're going to absolutely dick a rookie quarterback. That's really it. So I put 9 on the Falcons.
I got 3 on the. Oh, go ahead.
I have 11 on the Falcons. Honestly, Minnesota, they're in search of a quarterback. So with Kurt down, I know didn't they get?
They got Dobbs, but they're not using him this week.
But they're not going to use him right now. So I mean, this young kid coming in, yeah, they have some receivers, but Falcons, they're going to get after the kid. They're going to put pressure on him, force some throws, and Bijan, he's going to have a game. And so I love Taylor. I liked him when he was in Washington. I think he's a pretty decent quarterback. Maybe, honestly, if you put him over there in San Fran, he's probably putting up numbers like Brock.
I feel like he's the same vein of a Baker Mayfield, honestly.
I mean, maybe not as much as Brock because Brock might be slightly bit better, but I think Taylor can play, and he showed that Washington's been going through that quarterback battle, and honestly, he's one of the better looking quarterbacks that was there. So he did his thing. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll definitely take him with this Atlanta team.
Yeah, I got 3 on the Vikings. I'm not putting confidence in the dog shit Falcons. I did that 2 weeks ago before they went on bye and they lost to Tyson Badgett. Yeah, I will pass on believing in fucking Atlanta. It's just not happening. I will ride this Minnesota rookie. I will ride this. I will ride that. Now they're gonna not lose to just one rookie quarterback, but two rookie quarterbacks, because it'd be the Falcon thing to do, and they're just dog shit.
You keep saying that,
or did they lose to Foreman?
But they lost to Deonta Foreman.
Regardless of, they lost a game that everybody's like, oh, the Falcons. I moved confidence around from like 2 to like 9, because I was like, oh, it's a chance to finally give the Falcons a little bit of respect, and I gave them some respect, and they turned out to be dog shit, so they're not getting it again. I got 3 on the Vikings.
What the hell are y'all talking about? They haven't lost to the Bears. They lost to Will Levis last week.
No, he lost.
So now it'll be 3 rookie quarterbacks in a row. They'll have lost to Tyson Bagent, Will Levis, and now Jaren Hall. Huh?
They never lost to the Bears. They haven't played the Bears.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I don't remember that game.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, Will Levis come out and ripped him for 14.
And Will Levis looks like an actual good quarterback, so you can't hate that.
I only have 3 points on it. I'm still not trusting the Falcons. I think they're dog shit.
I mean, that's your division leader, man.
I don't think they're. I don't think they're. I think the Saints are actually the division leader now.
All I know is a big ass tie, pretty much, or like really close.
They've lost to the Lions. They've lost to the Jags. They've lost to the Texans, the Commanders, and
they actually beat the. They actually beat the Texans.
Oh, never mind. They beat
the
Texans.
Commanders, the Titans.
That was the one we got.
So they've only lost to one astronomically bad team, and it's not even an astronomically bad team.
I think this team is. Don't worry, next week they're gonna lose to Arizona. I'm waiting for that.
And if we're at home, maybe, and if Murray's back, then probably.
I think it's just a reason for you to hate Atlanta.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
It's kind of like the reason Aaron picked against the Cowboys last week.
I get you.
I get you. They're just they're getting they let me down last week. I gave them some respect, and now that respect is pulled away until they earn it again.
Well, it really wasn't that hard to lose respect. But with that being said, I put 7 on the Falcons. If Kirk Cousins was playing, I would have put 2 on the Vikings, but I switched this game around with another one, my confidence. And I was like, 2? Nah, I gotta change that. I also thought the Rocket Man was playing.
Yeah, no, if Dobbs was playing, I probably would have taken the Vikings.
But since it's a rookie that I have no clue about, I will be taking the Falcons. And if you're telling me Madison is the starter...
No, it's going to be the Cam Akers show.
No, not the Cam Akers show.
Cam Akers going to pull his best Deonta Foreman.
Yeah, he wishes he could do that.
So, I'll take the Heineke-led Falcons with 7.
I got Atlanta with 5.
Mook, you've been banging the Heineke drum. I would have made so much fun of you if you did not choose them when they finally gave you what you wanted.
I only wouldn't have chosen them if Kirk was playing. All the momentum was hot for the Vikings, and then...
No, it's a big rip for Kirk, man. He was having such a good year.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh, it's Coon's favorite.
Oh, God. Moving on, we have everybody's 14-pointer. Arizona.
Surprisingly, it's not mine.
Against the Browns at Cleveland. I have 14 on Cleveland. I don't really have much to say. We're starting a rookie quarterback against one of the best defenses in the league.
Pretty much number 1 defense.
No DeMercado, no Connors.
DeMercado is not going to be there. Ingram is going to be our running back. Like, it's just, this game's going to be bad.
I've benched Hollywood Brown this week just because I don't want to look at a 5 on my team.
Yeah, I mean, like, next week's going to be fun if Murray's back. That's it. 14 on the Browns.
Been practicing.
It's been real positive news about Murray. I'm excited.
I feel like Arizona just says, well, look, we're a 1-win team. We've been feisty. I'm not throwing Kyler back out there against that Browns.
Yeah, no, I was really scared that they were going to do that. I'm happy they're not, because that is exactly what we would have done last year.
I got 12 on Cleveland, mostly because I can't bring myself to put 14 on the Browns. It's a miracle I got 12 on them. I don't trust the Browns. I'm gonna be real. It's hard to put faith in the Browns. They're one of them franchises.
Pretty sure
But
Watson says he's playing as well, but
It
honestly,
doesn't matter who they have at quarterback.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure they lose more with him in the lineup than without him. I'll be
who?
honest.
No,
Watson.
I think he's got
Oh
a
yeah,
winning.
yeah. Watson's supposed to be there. We'll see. I mean, anytime
mean-
Watson don't play, it's the football gods giving Cleveland what they deserve.
It's that
But-
defense, literally just setting them up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be a rough day for Arizona. And in the Yahoo League, who happens to have the Cleveland Brown defense? Oh, ya boy. But yeah, 12 on Cleveland. Maybe Clayton Tune will surprise us.
I
Maybe
hope
next week
not.
Maybe next week.
That
we'll
will
be
be
talking QB
no,
controversy.
no. If he comes out and balls out, I'm gonna be so pissed because Arizona's gonna make the wrong decision.
350-3.
The only reason why this doesn't have all my confidence is because if there's one team to lose to Arizona in this situation, it's the Cleveland fucking Browns
Or the Cowboys. Or Detroit.
or the Cowboys. But
listen,
I got
boy,
I got 12 on Cleveland.
Detroit were to see Arizona, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you guys would get upset.
Out.
The last time we played you, we won.
It depends on if they beat a big team the week before.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it would end with the Matt Prater field goal.
Yeah, obviously, Matt Prater revenge game, bitch.
Not even. I thought, I mean, you guys wouldn't even get in range. You'd have to hit 90-yard field goals.
He would.
Well, Murray, I mean, Aiden's gonna pick him up, rock him like a little fucking baby.
Murray would
Number
stiff
three,
arm him
Matt
to the
Time,
ground, bro.
Bring in second string.
Listen, I told Mook that Dobbs is gonna fucking throw goddamn what's his face on his ass, Micah Parsons, and he pretty much did with a juke move. so if I say Murray's gonna stiff arm your little fucking godson bitch to the ground, it might happen.
Well, for one, he won't see him. He will see our 6'7", 6'8" left end Hutch.
Yeah, he'll see him as he runs
He's
right by
not about
him.
to stiff arm to the ground.
Yeah, he'll juke him. That's more of his skill set.
Nah, he gonna fall down like a good boy.
Yeah, Aiden
knows his
Hutchinson
place.
is going to fall down when he
Bottom
gets
of the
juked.
league.
We are in
He knows his
agreement.
place, bottom of the league.
Dobbs does get to play him this year. I assume.
Well,
Yeah, but he's not a Cardinal
Unfortunately for
anymore.
Dobbs, he plays us twice.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
not.
'cause Minnesota don't play Detroit till the end of the year.
Literally, I don't know why they always do that. One of the NFC North teams, we always literally play twice the last 3 weeks, and it's
Well, it
just
was the
annoying.
only team that looked like it was going to be interesting for y'all, and now Cousins
And now
is
it's like,
not there.
yeah, we might as well
Yeah.
have second string in.
You
Y'all
might,
don't even
you
know
might
y'all
have that
games.
point. But yeah,
True.
With that being said, I got 14 on the Browns. I'll go max confidence.
I went 14 as well.
Every week, but I think that this rookie QB, well, I don't know nothing about him. That's most of the whole reason. Throwing him to the Browns defense,
fucked
which I
up.
don't think is.
It's a fucked up thing to do to somebody.
He's like a 5th round. Yeah, I think it's crazy they just traded Dobbs away.
I think it's I like the move. It makes sense. It shows that they trust Murray still. It also shows that they're smart enough to know when to get value out of players rather than stash them.
If Arizona ends up with the 1, I'm gonna be interested to see if they go Caleb Williams.
I hope to God
Sean
we don't
Tyler.
get the 1. Or I hope to God if we get the 1, we get Kyler Marvin Harrison Jr.
I'm gonna watch the Cardinals ship Kyler away to bring in Caleb.
It might happen. I don't think it's going to, but it could happen. I'm not gonna say it can't. But yeah, moving on from this shit show of a game.
Another shit show of a game.
Yeah, I don't like how I had to put out as many conferences as I did on this game, honestly. But we got the LA Rams going into Green Bay to play the Green Bay Packers, who are also a hot mess right now.
Yeah.
I'll start you. I got 4 on the Rams, whether Stafford plays or not. Green
Me
Bay just looks
too, bro.
bad. Jordan Love just does not look good. They're having trouble running the ball. They're having trouble putting up points. I think whether it's Stafford or the backup, I think those receivers and backs get it done. I got 4 on the Rams.
Yep, very much the same. I got 10 on the Rams. That's kind of how confidence fell. I don't like having 10 on the Rams. But, I mean, the Packers does not look good. And I've seen enough out of the Rams to know that they can look good at times. So
Against a team like Green Bay, they're going to do great.
You said Stafford might not play? I didn't know.
They said Stafford was a game time decision.
Yeah, he's got like
what's going on with him?
Something's wrong with his throwing thumb.
Yep.
Oh, he'll play. He'll play.
Yeah, I assume he's gonna play, but McVay said it'll be a down to the wire game time decision.
I think the Packers are bad. I know there's gonna be 1 week when Aaron Jones explodes. I just hope it's not this week that I sat him in fantasy.
They said they're gonna cut him loose this week.
They're probably just going to rely heavily on him, and hopefully he just wears that defense down and breaks
that
them.
means he's going to get 16 touches instead of 15.
I mean, that's his career average, 16.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they've always had Rodgers, so I mean, why? I mean, you don't really need to hand the ball off much. You got a gunslinger like Rodgers, so.
I got 12 on the Rams. Man, I'm gonna be so upset if Aaron Jones pops off for like 5 touchdowns, though.
I mean, they say they're cutting him loose. They've come out in interviews and go, "Yo, we cutting the Jonesinator loose. He's got the juice."
You know what? I'll switch to Green Bay, but I'm lowering my confidence.
Ain't no way.
That being said, I got 7 on the Rams. Mook can ride Green Bay by himself.
I mean, I'll give Mook credit. I don't trust the Packers. He's like, I don't trust the Packers. I trust Aaron.
You can cut Aaron Jones loose all you want. I don't think it's going to do you any favors.
Look, they're saying it's going to cut him loose. He's going to have like 1 less carry than AJ Dillon.
Or he's going to have all those carries for like 25 yards. But what did you change it to, Mookie?
3 on the Packers.
Gross.
Originally, it was on the Rams, but I have switched to the Packers side.
That is gross. Anyway, moving on to another gross game. We got the Washington Commanders going into New England to play the Patriots. I have 5 on Washington. I think the Patriots have the worst. Patriots do have the worst offense in the NFL right now, and I don't really care who they win against or how many times they upset certain teams. I'm picking against them all year long now. So
yeah, I got 7 on Washington. Part of me is scared that New England's D-line is just going to eat Sam Howell alive, but New England, they just lost their best receiver. I couldn't even tell you another receiver on their team.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Demario Douglas.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know
Devontae Parker.
I knew they had Parker, so I guess that was
I think they recently signed to at least their practice squad, or someone off their practice squad was Jalen Rieger.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I got 7 on Washington. I mean, Sam Howell's looked like a capable quarterback when he's not getting killed. I mean, you got, Dotson coming off the big game. Got Scareford Terford there. You at least have a pulse of a running game. I just don't see a world where New England puts up more than like 10 points, and that might be giving them credit. Like it's bad down there in Foxborough. If they win, it's gonna be completely on the defense. It's not impossible, but you're telling me to pick one of these two, and my money is on the Manders. We're Mandering down with 7.
I've got 2 on the Manders. My only problem with picking the Manders is I don't know what they're doing, because Then they get rid of Chase Young for a third and Montez Sweat.
Yeah, they're rebuilding.
Well, yeah,
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, the San Fran took a 1 year rental on Chase Young because
I
his
think
contract's
Montez
up.
Sweat was about to be a 1-year rental too, but he just got re-signed.
I was gonna say, didn't Chicago
Yeah,
give
he
him a
just got
contract?
re-signed. Yeah,
W, yeah.
That was
172
probably like
guaranteed.
that was probably like hey, if you come here, we'll give you this contract, and he agreed, and they're like, all right, there's the trade.
Well, wouldn't they want to lose then if they're rebuilding?
No,
Well,
they're not gonna
here's
sit
the-
there and lose
Here's the
games on
thing.
purpose.
Yeah, they're no. The player, while the team would want them to lose, the players don't want to lose. And Washington's got a better ball club than New England.
You got me on that one. Who on the Manders?
And it's not their second and third round pick. It's San Francisco's and Chicago, so you'd want them to lose.
Right. Well, I figured they'd want like a high draft.
Oh, don't worry, they'll have that.
I mean, well,
Did you say 5 on Chicago?
He said, "Wait,
Manders.
Oh, Commanders. Okay, sorry.
I
If
put
I
4
said
on the Manders.
Sorry, because sometimes I do say that, but I thought I said 2 on the Manders.
I got 6 on Commanders.
Well, moving on. We got
oh,
the.
baby."
This is a game. We got the Chicago Bears going into New Orleans to play the
No
Saints.
Justin Fields again.
No Justin Fields.
I'm always scared when I put big points on the Saints, but I got 11 on the Saints.
So do I.
Yeah,
Same here, actually.
But I will say this. I guarantee this. We play Chicago and Minnesota the next 2 weeks. We're gonna Dennis Allen up one of those games. I don't know which one. But
Minnesota with Dobbs.
we looked
Yeah.
good last week. Shaheed popped off. Alvin popped off. The offense at least had somewhat of a pulse for the first time all season. Carr didn't look bad, so I'm gonna ride the Saints while they're hot. I may regret it because it's the Saints and Taysom's got in the end zone the last 2-3 weeks. So I mean everything's kind of clicking. I'm gonna hope it keeps on clicking against a struggling Bears team. They're coming into New Orleans. But if there was ever a coach that would mess up what seems like a prime position, it'd be Dennis Allen. But I'm gonna ride New Orleans. I think this might be the most points I've put on them all year. So
I also have 11 on the Saints.
Who dat?
I also have 11 on the Commanders. On the Saints.
Oh my god, we all have 11.
Please don't say, Aaron, please don't say 11 on the Saints.
The Saints defense is pretty nasty, and I don't think the Bears without Fields is gonna be able to put up a whole lot of points.
Even with
Plus,
Fields, it'd be good.
So I did put 10 on the Saints.
We almost entered
pretty
jinx.
damn close.
We might enter jinx territory. We might have just jinxed it.
Oh well, it's Dennis Allen.
We all go down together.
Yeah, we all go down together.
Next up, we got
Good game.
We got the Seattle Seahawks
Maybe a good game.
going into Baltimore to play the Ravens. I'll let one of y'all
I got
start.
8 on the Ravens.
This is actually. Oh, go ahead.
No, go Asian.
This is actually my 14-point game.
Jeez.
It came down between Baltimore and Cleveland, and if I wanted to bet on Lamar Jackson's record against the NFC or Cleveland's record of fucking up games that they should win.
That's fine.
Yeah,
This is actually my 13-point game on the Ravens. It came down to if I thought Cleveland was going to blow it or if I thought the Ravens were going to blow it.
I got 1 on Seattle. I'm a lot higher on Seattle than y'all. I don't care about Lamar's NFC record. I think this is going to be a very fun game. I think this might be one of the more competitive games of the weekend. Y'all know that I like Seattle quite a lot. They were my preseason pick to actually win the NFC West. Yeah, I just think we're setting up for a good game here, and I feel like Baltimore's on such a high right now that no one would be shocked if they came down a peg or two. So I only got 1 point on it. I would think Baltimore's probably gonna win, but I'll put 1 point on Seattle. I like Seattle. I'm high on them. And I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one.
I got way too much confidence on this game. I feel like because I actually think Seattle's a pretty good team. Isn't this like division leaders going against each other?
Yes, sir.
I got 8 on the Ravens, but I don't feel good about the 8. I just don't think I can go any lower with the other games, and I'm gonna ride the hot hand with the Ravens.
I'll just say this: Kenneth Walker's coming into the game banged up, and one of the better things that the Ravens do is their defense and being able to stop the pass. Also, and
Lockett's also got injury designation.
Yep.
So
Jackson Smith and Jigma is so.
Want to remember week 2?
Still riding Seattle.
Seattle barely beat Detroit, right?
Yes.
Lamar.
They're not gonna get revenge for your Lions, okay?
So Lions, Baltimore. I'm thinking, damn, hell of a game. Baltimore absolutely makes this Detroit team look like we don't even belong on a football field. And that record, I was like, fuck it. That's nothing. It's something. So Lamar, us NFC teams, do not see Lamar Jackson. We don't study Lamar Jackson until we play him that week. So you're telling me teams with a week of preparation, and maybe a little more, are going to stop one of the most mobile quarterbacks with a defense behind him who is giving him more opportunities? I just don't see it.
He's also been passing really well this year. I don't think that's getting talked enough.
What he did against
Detroit,
that's the new offensive coordinator.
Passing Raider, like I got 13 on Baltimore.
I think he's currently the MVP. The thing is, I don't think Baltimore's going to do everyone like they did Detroit. You know, I think they made a statement that game. And
Seattle. Seattle also beat Detroit. Both these teams
barely.
I feel like it's
Baltimore embarrassed Detroit. Completely embarrassed Detroit.
That's like saying they did that, but then Arizona kept it close, and I wouldn't put Arizona in the same tier as Detroit.
Difference is one was home, one was away too.
You gotta think this Colts. There's that Colts team went and beat this Ravens team earlier in the year. I think Baltimore is a great team. Yeah. But like I said, I think it's a week to week game. I think this is gonna be a real good one. I mean, it's only my 1 point game,
or it's gonna be a blowout.
It might be a blowout, but I just think that these are two teams that can drop 30 at almost any time. So this is one of them I'm excited to see. I'm very, very excited to see this game.
I just think
I feel like, and like I said, just my one, so it isn't the big deal. I feel like right now Baltimore is a bit overvalued and Seattle's a bit undervalued, so I'm kind of trying to meet it in the middle.
Oh, wow.
I mean, to be fair, I think Baltimore's pretty undervalued because you never really hear about them because Miami and Buffalo. And so, I mean, when Lamar has a good game, it's, oh, yeah, Lamar. But other than that, it's praise of the Bills or Miami, where Baltimore is not getting that praise. And so that statement game you were talking about is what it was, because everyone was talking about the 3 AFC teams, the 4, but not mentioning Baltimore. So now you got to mention Baltimore.
Well, I think Lamar is currently the MVP for what it's worth.
You don't think it's Tyler Badgett? I don't know.
The Badginator's on his heels, man.
He's on his way. But yeah, moving on. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into fucking. Why
Houston,
am I blanking? Yeah, I was like blanking on it. Houston to play the Texans. You know what? This is Caleb's second favorite team. I'll let Caleb go.
Oh, you already know what I'm gonna say, baby. Baker gonna bake. I got 5 on Tampa. Houston's come. CJ Stroud still looked good, but he's kind of come back down to earth a little bit. They just lost to Carolina. The offense isn't looking quite as potent anymore, and I just think Tampa's desperate. Tampa's lost 3 straight. They're starting to slip. But I think they're gonna go on the road and get a big one here because, you know, they're just a very desperate team, and they've actually played better on the road than at home, which is always wild to me. But I got 5 on Tampa and Baker to have a good game against a Houston team that's been struggling and kind of coming back down to earth.
I have hold on. Somebody else go.
No, kid. Be shy.
Also, no Dameon Pierce. Singletary, I mean, him and Singletary haven't been having a good year, but it is worth noting. No Pierce.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert Woods and no Pierce.
No Robert Woods and no Pierce.
And Robert Woods was very much Stroud's safety option. So
yeah, they used Dalton Schultz for that 1 week, and I have not heard of him having a good game since.
I have 7 on the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers just look like the better team to me. I think the Texans have kind of taken that step back, telling me that CJ Stroud lost the safety option, and you don't have a run game. The Bucs aren't pushovers by any means. They've shown that. I don't like the Bucs as much as some people are taking them this week. I do have more points on this week.
Quarterback, though.
But, you got more points on him. I think Houston could win this game, but
I took 7 on the Bucs and the ability to put points that they've shown all year long, pretty much.
I think a healthy Houston team can make this a close game, but
I got 3 on the Bucs.
It's gonna be the Mike Evans show. That'll make Kuhn really happy.
I hope.
I don't know if
I hope to God, but it's gonna be the fucking Chris Godwin week.
Cause you're playing Asian?
Yeah.
Do you have Godwin?
No.
No, he has Mike Evans.
Oh.
That's why he says it's gonna be the Chris Godwin week.
Oh, gotcha.
I've got way too many points on this game. I've got 9 on the Texans, and that's mostly because fuck Baker. I took them last week, and they bit me in the ass.
Who did they play last week?
Buffalo.
They played Carolina.
Oh, they played Carolina.
No, Tampa. Tampa played Buffalo.
Oh.
Mook.
Yeah, that's your fault. You picked them against one of the top dogs of the AFC.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. You were Chris Godwin getting his head turned around away from winning that.
Yeah, Godwin sold.
Yeah. He was wide open on that Hail Mary in the end zone.
Yeah, if he would have just pointed out the ball, he literally catches it and stands there like in the middle of everyone.
Yeah,
but instead he's just.
It would have been a 1-point Bucks win, and everyone would have been jaw dropped.
I'm not gonna go 1v1 Mike Evans. Are you kidding me?
That would have been the second Hail Mary touchdown loss they've had in recent history.
Who beat Buffalo on a Hail Mary?
The fucking Cardinals not too long ago.
Yeah, I just didn't know who did it. Because every time I think Hail Mary, I just think of Russell fucking over the Packers.
Well, you mean whenever they didn't catch it? Whenever they didn't have hands on the ball and it was an interception?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but no. I got 9 on the Texans because fuck the Buccaneers. That's it.
So you're taking a Caleb Atlanta Falcons approach to this, I see.
Yes. 110%.
Are they brothers?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No relation.
I've been on that all year, like saying fuck them except for last week. And yep. If it bites me in the ass, it bites me in the ass. But
I remember going to the group chat and I said, "Be real, Buffalo." I put 1 on them and I said, "Buffalo probably wins this game, but I'm just gonna ride Baker because I want to ride Baker.
Oh, trust me, you're riding them all right.
But yeah. Moving on from that one and riding Baker. We got the Indianapolis Colts going against the Carolina Panthers at Carolina.
Oh,
I mean, I'll make it quick and easy for me. I got 12 on the Colts. Minshew looks good. Jonathan Taylor got a spark back last week. Josh Downs looks like a great addition to that roster. Pittman.
Yo,
So
is Downs playing this week?
he's still questionable, but I'm very much in the camp. I think he's going to play.
I think he practiced Friday.
He's gotten 2 limited practice sessions, and so.
Oh, I actually just got an update from my ESPN. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford is unlikely to play versus Packers. Schefter listed as questionable.
Yes.
But yeah, I got 12 on the Colts. Minshew looks great for that team right now, and I think that this is easily a game they're gonna win.
So yeah, I have 12 on them too. Honestly, JT was running like a madman last week.
JT was revived last week.
Him and Zach Moss both been looking good. Moss got in the end zone last week.
Taylor definitely looking for contact and running through people, around people. So it wasn't that long ago where he was the number 1 running back in the league. So, and like you said, Minshew, he kind of looked good in Jacksonville a little bit here and there. So, I mean, he's definitely doing his thing with this Colts team. So, and Carolina's just I don't know, say something.
They have the number 1 receiver in the NFL, old man Thielen.
Is that the White Cooper Cup?
That is the White Cooper Cup.
You sure it's not the old cup?
What the fuck did Mook say?
I don't know.
The old Cooper Cup?
The White
Cup. That's also stupid as fuck to say.
To be fair, I mean, Wes Welker and Edelman, they paved the way for the white boys. They really did.
Dude, lately.
And Thielen, I guess. Thielen's what, 49 now?
Probably like 72, honestly. He's going to that retirement home.
Lately,
I think he's about to...
Lately, a lot of Edelman clips have been popping up in the feed. That man's hilarious.
Oh, God, I love his accent, especially when he started talking like Randy Moss. I fucking love that. Get my Gatorade and
go
get the hot tub
Gatorade,
103, 102. Edelnut. When I'm talking to Mama Moss, you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's amazing. Y'all two can go first.
This motherfucker's about to take the Panther.
I got 13 on the...
Exactly.
I think the Colts are a really solid team. Basically everything that Kuhn said. And the Panthers, they already got their 1 win of the season. They don't need to win again. So...
True and base.
That's it for me.
I'm just gonna say real quick that I'm switching the Rams Packers to 3 on the Packers. I'm taking Tampa with 7. And for this game I got Colts with 10.
Oh. No, this game just... I can't believe I'm saying this, but all my points are on Minshew Mania.
Hell yeah! Let's go!
I like Minshew. He's solid. I don't think... I mean, the dude seems to have at least 2 turnovers a game, but the Colts are putting up like 30. And I don't think Carolina can put up 30, even if they get the ball back 3 extra times. So...
White Cooper Cup ain't gonna be able to help them.
Indy's got a solid squad down there, though. Downs is having a good year. Hopefully Downs gets like 3 touchdowns tomorrow. That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome, actually. I agree with that. I think that'd be the best outcome for that game.
Pittman's been killing it. Taylor's back looking good. Moss has been looking good. They have an offense down in Indy. I don't know how good their defense is, but it don't really matter when you're playing the Carolina Panthers. You only have to cover one guy, and that guy's 49 and a half years old. So
Yeah, but he still manages to get catches and targets during garbage time.
Oh,
I'm
I
just hoping
know.
for one of these indie shootouts.
So are you playing you playing Thielen tomorrow?
Oh, he
Asian?
definitely is playing Thielen. Why would he not play that old man who does fantasy relevant things?
Not.
I mean, I don't know who all Asian's receivers are, but he's got some studs. I mean,
Am I gonna play Puka with Ripon or Addison with Jaron Hall? I'm good.
yeah,
I think you should
gotta
play. I think you should play Addison with Hall. I think that's the best bet here.
I mean, if I was gonna play one, probably the one I go with.
Yeah, I agree. You should go with that one.
We're putting all our points on old Minshew mania. I mean, the real question is though, this next game is like you should question if you should be playing that guy or one of the other guys, Asian.
Oh, I'm pretty confident with Devontae Adams if that's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did we all say our piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did put 7 on Kansas City and 2 on Green Bay.
I didn't change my Green Bay one. Or my
I'm not
Rams.
switching to the Packers.
I didn't change
even the Rams with the backup.
I'm going to.
I'll keep my
I just
10
like
on
Jordan
the...
Love and Christian Watson more than I like Brett Ripon, Darrell Henderson, and a banged up Puka. I mean, I'm sure Cooper Kupp's still gonna get his. I don't even think Puka plays this week now.
I still got Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, I'll bite the 4-point bullet.
I'll bite the 10-point bullet to shade the Packers.
I just, even with the backup, even if a backup plays, now just that was a fantasy alert. So Stafford might still very well play. That notification said unlikely to play.
And if he plays, my pick goes back.
No, you're gonna forget. Because it'll be a game time decision.
Listen, shut up.
Okay?
I probably will. I'll be at work, and then I'm like, oh shit.
My question is, will the Rams with the backup still hit 17 points? Because that's at most what the Packers will score.
Oh man. Well, moving on to the next game.
Another ugly fucking game.
Yes, we got the New York Giants going to the Las Vegas Raiders. I got 2 on Danny Dimes, baby.
Hey Coon, guess what?
What?
Brother, I got 2 on Danny.
Let's go. I think Danny Dimes got a chip on his shoulder right now. People been saying he doesn't look nearly as good as the other quarterbacks that have come in there to play for him. He probably wants to come out here and prove something. I think Danny Dimes might have himself a week. And the Raiders are just the team that you could do that against.
Dude, I've considered picking up Danny Dimes in fantasy and playing him this week.
He was I was thinking about picking him up, but I took Heineke.
Yeah, I was considering dropping Stroud to play Danny Dimes.
But I like it. I think he's gonna have a fire under his ass.
Yeah. I think Gayball is the better coach right now. The Vegas is a tire fire. I don't know what we actually get in Aiden O'Connell, because the one time he played the Chargers, who give up 300 yards to anybody. Yeah, there's too many question marks in Vegas, and I'm gonna ride the Giants. I'm gonna ride who I think I got the better head coach. I got Danny Dimes coming back. The defense has been looking good. They haven't been giving up a ton of points. And I think Saquon is going to have himself a game as well, because the Vegas defense is buns. So, yeah, I'm taking 2 on the New York Danny Dimes football-led Giants.
I'll take the opposite road. I got 9 on the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders just cleaned out house. They got rid of their GM. They got rid of their head coach. They got rid of their offensive coordinator. Interim head coach Antonio Pierce is already making, I think, a difference there. Devontae Adams has already came out and says he's ready to run through a wall for that man. Hunter Renfrow came out and says it feels like we can all breathe and we don't have to walk on eggshells anymore. I think this is a get right game for the Raiders. I think New York Giants, I'm pretty sure, has a depleted offensive line. I think Max Crosby just eats Daniel Jones alive this week.
Ooh, preach it. God dang, I ain't gotta say much. I got 9 on Las Vegas Raiders as well. I mean, pretty much everything Asian said pretty much sums that up. So, I mean, Max Crosby, eat, dimes, Danny's, whatever you call them, garbage. Always
He is
will
a
be.
god.
I mean, yeah. Yep.
You're gonna see this week when he draws 500
And
yards.
Listen,
did hear.
I'm not saying that the Giants aren't garbage. I'm saying Vegas is just as big of garbage as the Giants.
And I would agree with you if they didn't just get done cleaning house.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably, but they went in and took out what needed to be taken out. And now, like, they're able to play football. And Devontae's he's going to have a game. And
Well,
there's not one
you
single
have to hope
person.
that rookie
worry,
quarterback can throw it to him.
Don't
I
worry,
mean, he threw it 14 times to him last time they played.
Exactly.
against
He
the
didn't catch all
Chargers.
14, but he threw it to him 14 different times.
He's smart enough to, like, hey, that's Devontae Adams. These other receivers, I don't know who they are. Let me just give him the opportunities. Like, every quarterback should get their number one.
Hey, Jimmy G just looked terrible Monday night. He overthrew that man 2 or 3 times when he was naked.
Oh, I know, thank God.
Yep, Kill won the game.
Yeah, no. Ooh.
Well, Asian, I was about to say I feel bad about how many points I put on this game because it's a lot. But you know, you're making me not feel so bad with it. I got 12 on the Raiders. This is what it was originally 3, but then you told me stuff about the Rams and whatnot, and I don't want to put 12 on it, but I think that's just where confidence is gonna fall. I mean, I could go slightly lower, but man.
Look, don't worry. Vegas will hire another wrong coach soon.
Jeff Saturday.
Then they'll be paying 3 head coaches
I think.
that aren't coaching.
I don't think that's going to happen until the end of the year. They're going to stick with probably Pierce for the rest of the season, and we're already halfway through.
Right.
You're probably right. I just don't think they're gonna win many more games. So I'll bite my 2 if the Raiders come out and do something.
Same. I will always fade the Raiders.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch this. This is now my 11-point game, and the Saints are my 12-point game.
You just swapped 1 point around.
Hey man, that 1 point could be the difference.
It really could.
So you got 11 on the Giants, right, Mook?
Yeah.
No. That's dog shit.
Yeah, well, you said that about Pittsburgh also.
Yeah, but I wasn't wrong about the offense.
But you were wrong about them being losers.
That I will admit. I can't admit about the Giants. They are pretty terrible.
Until this week.
But I was gonna have to say what?
But moving on, we got the Dallas Cowboys going to Philly to play the Eagles. We're finally gonna get what we should have last year: Jalen Hurts versus Dak, because we didn't get it last year.
Either time.
So it's gonna be a fun one to watch, hopefully. Mookie, take it away.
Not gonna lie, I put 4 on my boys just because they're my boys. Realistically, Philly should and probably will win. I think we either trade or man, I don't want to. I feel like either one team sweeps. Never mind. I don't want to say that because then that's obviously the only 2 things like that could happen. I feel like we're most likely going to trade with Philly. I think we win one and we lose one, but I'm going to be a homer this week. I'm going to go with my Cowboys. Dak, he has a phenomenal record against the in-division games, and I don't see why he can't get another one. I mean, it is against Philly, though, but I'm mostly picking my boys because I'm a homer this week, even though I think Philly should win and is probably the better team. Probably not probably, but is the better team. But I'm still picking my team, damn it. So I got 4 on my board.
I also
put 6 against your boys. I got Got 6 on Philly. Just think that Philly has the best O-line, D-line combo in the NFL. Once they get 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, the tush push is just OP to stop. I just feel like this is going to be... They're going in Philly. Last time I was convinced to ride the Cowboys, it didn't work well for me, so I'm riding Philly. I think that they're the better team. They're going to get a big dub here. And I think that, the next time these teams play, Philly will have played Kansas City and San Fran, and they'll be more beat down. But they go on bye week after this, and I got them taking a dub with 6 confidence points into the bye.
I got 4 on Dallas this week. I know. It's crazy. I'm going against my boy Hurts. But as Mook pointed out, Dallas does have a pretty damn good record in division. And Dak Prescott is 8-3 against the Eagles in his career. So I'm gonna buy into the stat line that he wins more often than he loses. Coming off of a game where Dallas looked good. I think they're going to come into this game and punch the Eagles in the mouth a little bit. And maybe the Eagles will have to readjust themselves going into the bye week after a tough loss to the Cowboys.
Well, brother, unfortunately, last week they played the Rams.
I don't really give a shit. They looked good. Like, they threw the ball well. They did what they needed
I
to.
hope they look good because
the Rams aren't pushovers.
The best team in the NFL.
Philly has a very bad pass defense, so if they're gonna win, Dak's gonna have to play like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not gonna happen. I mean,
we'll see if Kevin Byard makes any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 8 on Philly.
I also have 8 on Philly.
Can you stop copying me? Jesus, what were you doing in my bathroom?
Don't worry, Mook. I got
you
your back.
With the Raiders.
Thank you.
You copied me.
Know that.
I talked first, so you copied me.
No, I really want Jalen Hurts to beat the Cowboys' ass because I hate that record. I do hate that statistic that he is that good against them. And I think it's because that the Eagles have suffered from lackluster QB play, but
Listen.
You're saying that if you lost on these points, you'd be too upset. You'd be like, ah.
Yeah, I won't be upset. It's only 4 points.
Listen, it's for me. It's only 6. I just need Dallas to show it to me because the last time I gave Dallas a little fire was when they played San Fran, and we seen what happened.
Yep, that's why I only put 4 points on it. I was like, well, I'll put 4 points on Dallas in this stat line.
I just need. It's obvious Dallas, because the NFC you got
Eagles,
Niners. It's obvious they're making the playoffs. Yeah, well you got Dallas, Philly, Seattle, San Fran, Detroit, winner of the NFC South, and then one team that's gonna be there.
Falcons.
One team that's gonna be there that don't deserve to be there. So I mean, we know they're gonna be there. I just need to see Dallas beat a quality team to know that they're legit. And not just the schoolyard bully that picks on teams that are bad.
Well, moving on. We got a fun one. This one should be a really fun one, actually. The Buffalo Bills going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals.
I'll start if no one wants to. I got 13 on Cincinnati. Yeah, Buffalo, I mean, they got some real problems on that defensive side. They lost a good corner for the year. They lost their middle linebacker. Lost the main part of their defense. Joe Burrow's heating up. He's been hitting Jamar Chase lately. Like, he looks like he's back. The calf no longer looks hurt. Josh Allen looks like he's dealing with shoulder of some kind the last time we seen him. And I just think that Buffalo's been shaky all year, whereas Cincy always plays bad in September, and now we're kind of on the come up. So, yeah, I think that Cincinnati's just going to take it to Buffalo, and I got them winning 34-17.
So, I am definitely with you there, but I switched some confidence because I did have 6, but I only put 1 on there because I'm like, on one side I'm always fucking open. But then on the other side, you got a man who's literally running people over and just launching that ball. And so, like, the Bills had the number 2 offense at one point when they played Miami, with Miami having number 1. And it's just really hard to go against them. But, like, I'm going to put it on Cincy because I like Jamar over Diggs.
Like, most weeks, this would be a low-confidence games. The slate's just so ass this week that I'm putting it on teams that I like, and I've been fading Buffalo most of the year, and it's been, they're 5-3, but I mean, like I said, it's just been shaky for Buffalo.
Really good, though.
They were one Hail Mary away from being 4-4.
That, yeah. And so, like, I know Cincy, they kind of lost a few more than usual to the start of the year, but they always catch on. And when they catch on, they literally play some of the best football around. And so I'm hoping that stays true with this game.
I think a lot of that is that Joe Burrow normally has to get some surgery in the off season, so he misses training camp. So he's spending the first 3 weeks of the season like
he's trying to get
healing and getting back in the groove.
Yeah, and I
feel
think
like
that they're kind of been pretty good.
Cincy is a team that, to me, got their bye week at like the perfect time to sit there and get healthy and start going on a heater.
Just give them extra kind of week.
What's the score?
Just relax.
I gave you my score, 34-17 Cincy.
I went 38-42. I think it's going to be a shootout, to be honest. Like, we have 2 really high-powered offenses here.
Well,
so
let me come in and say I put 3 on Buffalo. I mean, this game's a coin toss. I can see either team take it. Bengals are hot. This is usually when they start to ignite. But I decided to put 3 on the Bills because I thought the Bengals would be favored among the group. So I was like, I'll take a 3-point loss on the Bills if they lose.
Hey, Buffalo is coming off of more rest, too, because the last time they played was that Thursday night game.
I have the score being 27-23. I think it's going to be a close game. I think we're going to have some defensive plays this week, too, because both these defenses actually have played relatively good. I mean, Buffalo did just get banged up, though. So.
Yeah, dude, they've got some big holes. Can we give some love to they did just trade for Rasul Douglas that I think will make a difference. I don't know if he plays this week.
No, he's not playing. He's on the injury report as in not active. I just fucking got
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think that's hilarious.
It's so funny. And as far as Cincy goes, can we give some love to my boy Trey Hendrickson? Dude's having a fucking monster year.
Yeah, no, Trey Hendrickson's not a name that's popping up enough.
Makes me happy. Former Saint Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, no, he's doing his thing, man. Yeah. You love to see it.
Asian, Mookie?
I put 5 on Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati right now best team in the NFL, mostly because we just needed them to wake up, and now that they're on fire, I don't really see them dropping a game for a while unless it's a really good team.
I mean, they play Baltimore. They play Baltimore in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's division. I could see them dropping that, but I could also see them trading because Baltimore got them last time.
Wasn't that like an overtime game? It was a close game. So wasn't that like a 34-31 game?
It was
24-27.
Yeah, okay.
I got the score being 28-35 Bills. I got it being a 1-score game, which is why I only put 5, but I do think the Bengals come down. And like you said, I do think the Bills are shaky. I think they had too many injuries in the London game when they went to go play the Jags, and they ain't been right since. But that's just my opinion.
I got 4 on the Bengals with the score being 24-28.
Oh, we get to talk about
God.
Cutler to end things out.
We got the LA Fuck you guys. We got the LA Chargers going to New York to play the Jets. Oh my god.
And do you know why we call Justin Cutler?
Shut the fuck up.
Why is that?
because there was, I think, a tweet I sent out to Kuhn maybe a year or two ago that says Justin Herbert's nothing more than Jay Cutler. A lot of hype, strong arm, but nothing more than a 500 record.
It's not his fault, man. It's not his fault.
Look, once
Wasn't
they
Jay's.
get Brandon Staley out of there this year, I mean, maybe it'll be better times. That being said, I have 10 on the Chargers this week. I took the mistake of fading them last week, so they'll probably let me down and somehow lose to the Jets. That Jets defense is stout, but I can't ever trust Zach Wilson to get more than a TD. It's very hard. I got the final 24-14 Chargers.
I
just think that the Chargers now no Josh Palmer, so you're gonna be with Keenan Allen,
Quentin
Johnson.
Hell yeah, let him lose. Let him lose.
He does good. I hope he has a damn good game, because I stashed him in one league and I let him go just because I was like, well, it ain't ever gonna happen. It might finally happen. I'm rooting for him. I just think that the Chargers are gonna be too dynamic for the Jets to deal with. They're gonna just wear that defense out throughout the game. I think it'll be a competitive first half, then the Chargers will come out the second half and start to put it away.
Oh, I have the unfortunate honor of putting 8 points on the Chargers. I have the score being 30-17 because the Chargers allow 17 points almost every week aside from last week. So yeah, I think that they allow their typical 17 points, but they win in a good fashion, I guess. But yeah, I don't really want to add much weight on the Chargers. I'm not happy about it because they're probably gonna blow this game. And that's it.
It doesn't feel good because if there's a team that would fucking blow this game on a Monday night, it's the Chargers.
Well, brother, me and you think alike because I got 10 on the Chargers as well. I think the high-powered offense of the Chargers can outgun the Jets offense, which, oh my god, they are so abysmal. If they're not 32nd, which they're not, somehow, they're like 31st. With Pitt being...
I told you, it doesn't feel good to be on the Chargers trade because there is every opportunity they blow this game.
My score is 24-7, Chargers.
I unfortunately have 13 on this game. Going to the Chargers with the score being 27-19.
Well, Aaron, take us home.
Well, I went 5 with the Chargers. I any mode.
Don't blame me.
And I kind of just got stuck with confidence because confidence this week was just kind of all over the place.
This is a rough play game.
I don't blame you. This is like these two teams are like
so
either one of them could shoot themselves in the either one of these teams could shoot themselves in the foot and none of us would be surprised.
Yes.
For my most and least, I got Cincy with the most, and I got the Raiders with the least.
I got Dallas with the most and the Raiders with the least.
Well, this is
or not the Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals.
Did you not do
Arizona
it?
Arizona.
No, I did it, but it's locked, and I don't know why I have these the most and least, but apparently I have Washington as the most and New England as the least.
Yeah, I have KC in Arizona for KC scoring the most in Arizona. But like I said, I did these, and Thursday I always forget about the who will score the most and least points. So I need to.
Damn, you're really high on Washington this week, huh, Asian?
Apparently.
I don't think
Dots is about to go crazy.
I've never seen the Manders under who will score the most box.
Well, I'm also kind of embarrassed because I got Baltimore as the most and Green Bay as the least.
Oh, but now
yours is as bad as mine.
Now you're on the Packers because of Stafford?
Yeah, oh, and my boy Aaron Jones is going to be let loose, apparently.
So,
Mook, you remember the last time you listened to a news story? It was Baker saying I'm a fuck.
I'm gonna fuck them up.
Hey, he personally said that.
Oh
And I
god.
was like, oh, I'm all for it. Baker,
So-
he's the man.
And
lost.
Mook's
He
hate for
lost.
Baker stems from last year. When he was in Carolina, Mook had to make a survivor pick, and he goes, I picked the Panthers over the Browns because Baker said he's gonna fuck them up, and they lost. And Mook was like, I fucking hate Baker. He's so goddamn trash.
That shit was fucked up, man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He pulled a Roman Reigns, except for he didn't pull the Roman Reigns. He lost. He called his shot, lost.
Oh.
I'm gonna be
God.
real with y'all. I don't want to talk about next Thursday's game. Carolina at Chicago just don't interest me in the slightest.
No. No.
It interests me only because I have Thielen.
No.
I'll take, if Fields is there, I'll take Chicago. If he's not, he probably won't be since he's missing this week, and I will end up having probably like 1 point on the Panthers.
I don't know. I might have 1 point on one of the teams. I don't know who it's gonna be.
Nothing says
They really,
Thursday night like Carolina at Chicago, right?
They really overdid themselves this year.
Hey, don't worry. We got the Jets and Buffalo in our primetime again next week too. But it's Vegas. It's Vegas, and the Jets going to Vegas as our Sunday nighter next week. And then Denver at Buffalo is the Monday night. Craziness.
Yeah, I did my picks.
What part of the season can they start flexing out the Sunday nighter?
I believe that any part they can, they just choose not to because they want us to live in pain.
You look at this week 10, and all these got like lines on them. It literally says Jets at Vegas 50-50.
Man, why can't we get like the Falcons and the Cardinals flexed in?
We don't want that either.
Dude.
Oh, we might if Murray's playing, actually.
Flex in San Fran and Jacksonville.
Oh no, I was just joshing with you.
There's really not a lot of like. I mean, you can flex in Cleveland, Baltimore.
Anything. You can flex in anything.
Dude, flex in San Fran at Jacksonville, dude. That sounds fun.
Or Lions at Chargers. Hopefully that game's a shootout.
You think there's a Chargers game that's not a shootout? Besides last week?
Here's the thing. I'd like to see more Detroit. I don't need to see more Chargers than I already see them. Seeing Brandon Staley is pain.
Chargers like to give up points. And, well, we like to create points this year.
I'm just asking because our next two Sunday nighters
can stop more than theirs.
Like we get one good Sunday nighter, then we just get two ass ones because then it's Minnesota at Denver, and that also sounds fucking terrible.
Nothing says prime time like Joshua Dobbs versus Russell Wilson.
Wilson.
Then it's Baltimore going to the Chargers, and I don't need to see more Chargers.
I don't know why they insist on putting the Chargers in prime time.
Because people thought they were going to be good. Then Casey and Green Bay, like that just sounds like a fucking massacre.
That sounds awful.
Tennessee and Miami, that could be fun depending on how good Will Levis looks late in the season.
I don't know. Casey giving away their best defender.
But towards the end of the year, we get Baltimore and Jacksonville. That could have playoff implications. But that's all I really got for y'all this week on Pod. I will say, it's not marked as a night game, but literally week 17, Cincy and KC play each other.
That should be a fun one.
And hopefully they'll flex out Green Bay, Minnesota to put that Cincy Kansas City game in the primetime slot.
Really good game.
Well, yeah, I think that's everything.
Yep. Good luck tomorrow, y'all. This week's slate was very rough, so there's a I don't know. I kind of like the rough slate because there's a lot of differing opinions.
Yes, sir. It's more interesting to see the opinions on
Let's
these
put it
plays.
this way: we have a game where someone has the least confidence on, but in the same game, someone has their most confidence on that game. I don't know if we've ever seen that, but we did this week.
Yep. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Everybody have a good week of football and may your fantasy teams pop.
Yes, sir.
Except for Mook when he's playing me.
Except for Asian's team too. Anyway, bye-bye!
Bye.